Hello to the Kunchy Tigers and Tigresses. Welcome back to the Kunchy News and Updates. And about today, it's a continuation because they have come out some new evidences from Purity Wangechi's case. So you remember about yesterday we posted the story of the 19-year-old KIMC student who had been found dead in Kiambu County and whose cause of death was actually through stabbing and some strangulations that were found on her body. And according to today, after some evidences and after investigations from the police, we came about to see that there has been some developmentals on the case, whereby now Purity's friend, like a girl, a female friend, came about and was talking about this message that Purity had received on her phone. This message actually was the issue and was the reason for everything that had started or had kicked off between Purity and the boyfriend. So Purity Wangechi was a 19-year-old girl and she was in love with a 24-year-old guy called DJ FLEXX, or whose real name was actually John WANYOIKE. So where it all started was Purity Wangechi found a message. She had been texted by a woman, and the woman was claiming that her boyfriend DJ FLEXX had conned her 70,000 shillings, and this woman was trying to convince Purity Wangechi that please go and talk to your boyfriend, he had conned me of my money, please talk to her. Why would you think that this woman knew DJ FLEXX? So it is this way. The two, Purity Wangechi and DJ FLEXX, had an open relationship that was all over social media. It was a relationship that was real in terms of it was out in the open. So they had videos on Wangechi's TikTok page whereby the boyfriend while they were enjoying themselves, Purity and the boyfriend. So it was a relationship that was open and which people were seeing. So when she received this text message from this woman who was claiming that DJ FLEXX had conned her of 70,000 shillings, she decided to confront the boyfriend about the issue. And according to Purity's friend, she says that the boyfriend did not refuse to, he did not deny the claims, and actually he had told Purity that I will even reveal more to you, and that's why he wanted them to meet. So this story of this text message was the reason why Purity was to meet this DJ FLEXX so that they can talk and iron out issues. You understand? So the two were friends, and they had actually decided that day they would first go to the national penye wase uchukua driving license, yeah. So you find that actually when Purity was found dead, her ID was found with her and her driving license was found with her. This driving license, they had gone with this friend of hers to go and pick it up that same day. You understand? So this day that DJ FLEXX had told this girl, please come, we talk about these issues, and there are more things that I'm supposed to tell you, which was not actually real because this guy had actually planned to silence Purity so that she may not reveal that this guy was actually a thug. You understand? So you find that they went with her friend and they took the driving license, and Purity, that is where she took a vehicle to be able to go and meet this guy in Kiambu. You understand? Kirigiti, actually, to be specific. So the friend says that Purity was supposed to be back by 5, and this same day was the day that she had gone to see the boyfriend. And while Purity was there, this friend of hers actually called Purity. And when she called Purity did not receive the phone, but the boyfriend, DJ FLEXX, received the phone call and actually told this Purity's friend that I and Purity are going to Naivasha. You understand? So the guy did not allow Purity to receive the phone call. So hapo hivyo we can't understand what was Purity's situation at that moment. So When this phone call had gone through and he had told the girl that we are going to Naivasha with the Purity, that was the last call that this friend had made to Purity. And the next day in the morning, that's where now the sad news came that Purity was found dead with stabs on her neck and strangulations where she had been thrown in a thicket. You understand? So, Purity's issue and what led to her death started from this last message Purity received before her death. This message that made her to know who the boyfriend was. This message that made her to know who DJ FLEXX really was, and that made her to confront him, whereby now he decided, no, come, let's meet and talk iron things out, and I will also tell you more that you don't know. You understand? This same message that made her take a vehicle to Kirigiti, and this same message that silenced her to death. It is very sad, and we saw actually footages on social media on how it was really paining, how Purity's mother was really crying out for her daughter. And you can imagine the pain actually losing a 19-year-old girl, as in full of hopes, educated, learned, with visions, and you know how parents really invest and they are like, my kid will take me out of this trouble, let me just try it out for my kid. And bad news, it comes out that your kid is gone. You can understand that pain even if you're not a parent yourself. So this was the update about today. Any other news about Purity Wangechi, you will find it here on the Kunchy News and Updates. And this was for today. And actually, before I leave, guys, you know, today is a sad day, so may her soul rest in peace. And before you leave, kindly subscribe to the Kunchy News and Updates. And this is the Kunchy News.